Alright, playing another league with this Esper Vial deck. And this hand's pretty good. It's got Force of Will, it's got a creature, it's got double Vial, our opponent rolled a 6. I think Coke played Vial in the last event, but he's clearly not playing it now. Not sure what necessarily this means. I'm gonna lead on basic plane so I don't get wastelanded. Not sure what Verdant Catacombs means. It could be Depths. Could be 4-color Loam. Could be a lot of things. Opponent's fetched. Okay. So they're playing something this turn. Bayou. Another Catacombs. Fetching again. A Trop. Oh, I can't counter that one. Quite literally, it cannot be countered. Alright, I think I'm best off getting this Vial down again. I probably should have played Scrubland. I'd rather get Scrubland wastelanded than the Tundra, because I don't have another blue source, but it's okay. If they're wastelanding here, I think I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that being their turn. Now, if they jam Uro, I'm definitely forcing. Blast Zone? Dude, I have no clue what's going on. I'm gonna force this. I'm gonna pitch a Meddling Mage. I think I just want to get Teferi down. I think I'm just gonna plus. If they Abrupt Decay it, it's whatever. It kind of sucks, but that Wasteland's gross. But they're probably gonna look to pop this Blast Zone here. They're gonna do it now. I would assume. Yep. I want to get a blue card that I would also be happy just casting, which I think would be Baleful Strix. Grab a Strix. I'm gonna bounce the Recruiter. I was trying to draw a land. Or I was hoping to draw a land. Not drawing a land is not very good here. Because now they can just like wasteland a Tundra, and I can't do anything. Okay. At least I can still cast Brainstorm. Loam. Waste Verdant Blast. That's so bad. So bad. I don't think I can let them double wasteland this turn, so I have to force. So they're playing something like Bug Land stack. I'm not exactly. I mean, I guess that's exactly what it is. I wish I could cast Meddling Mage. Okay, I didn't completely brick, which is very important. Put Jailer on top, play a fetch and pass. Waystone Catacombs, I can't do anything about that. Alright, hopefully I top deck a land here. I'm gonna fetch, get an island. draw a land, hopefully. It's not a land, but it'll have to do. I mean, Medley Mage kind of works, so I'll keep it. Then maybe I'm supposed to just make sure I draw a land. My opponent knows at this point I don't have Force Will, because I would have Force Willed that loam. They didn't draw the loam. Mox Diamond, nice. That's a really good draw for them, actually. They have a Blaster and 2 unknowns in their hand. I think I have to bounce. I'm gonna bounce the library for sure. And really hoping to draw a land there. The issue here is the Blast Zone and putting it on 2 is gonna be a big problem. But if by naming Sylvan Library here, I'm gonna prevent my opponent from casting it again this turn unless they have Abrupt Decay. So hopefully that'll buy some time. Oh no. Please don't draw a removal spell. If they have a removal spell and they get to kill this Teferi, it's so bad. They built a Bob? Their deck is really weird. I really need to draw a land though. Is this just like 4-color loam? I guess it's 4-color loam without white, is what it is? Oh no. That's not good. I can't beat that card. I quite literally can't beat it. Oh god, I can't cast Swords of Plashers anymore? Yeah, so it's 4-color loam without the white. That turn was disgusting. I mean, like, I can put Chalice to 2. Oh, this is gross. So bad. Guess I attack Oko down. Killing the Oko is like a never-ending fight though. I guess I name Loam. This Blast Zone is just gonna end my career though. Like, you're just gonna level it up and then blow it up next turn and I lose my whole board and I can't do anything. I can partially save my board if I draw a land so I can Soul Herder. Wait, they just didn't fetch white mana. Which I'm not sure if that's a mistake or what, but they have white cards in their deck. It looks like they're gonna attack Teferi. I'm just gonna have to let it happen. I'm just dead. I would have probably named Knight if they had fetched a white source. Alright, we're dead this game. I'm not gonna waste time. I can't beat all those 3-drops. It sucks that both of my vials died. It's really unfortunate. I like... I definitely want the... Well, Well, the main issue, honestly, the main issue in this matchup is Oko. I mean, Peacekeeper and Plague Engineer don't do anything. Swords handles a lot of stuff from them. You have to keep them all in. I am afraid of getting Chalice though. I could kind of try to play around Chalice. It's not really play around Chalice. I can mitigate how much Chalice does by shaving / cutting Brainstorms. Not sure how good that is. I don't think Wasteland's that good against them because they have the Loams. But my plan is to probably counter the Loams anyways. I just look at what I'm actually wanting to bring in. I want to bring in Force Negation. Force of Will is better because I can counter neither Reliquary, but I do have Source of Plowshares. Whereas this, like, Exiling Loam is very relevant. And Gilded Drake, I can trade for Knights and stuff, which makes Swords a little less needed as well. So, like, maybe I could shave one of those, get away with that. I can KO the Yard. I'm a little meh on that than Rest in Peace. I think KOing the Yard completely is better. I don't think Wasteland is going to do that much. But again, it's a colorless land, which is relevant a percentage of the time. I think I actually do want to shave Brainstorms. That can help mitigate how much things... Because the deck doesn't really need Brainstorm. And mitigating how much damage Chalice does is relevant. I think that's good. I don't think I want Swords as much when I'm gonna also have Gilded Drake to trade with things. I think I need to keep in all the forces. I can also just, like, force pitching to forces a fine trade-off. Being on the play is nice. I think I'm supposed to keep this. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it. Maybe they play like a bomb on turn 1 and I get to trade. That'd be kind of funny. I'm gonna play the Tundra out because I think I'm actually gonna Brainstorm. Just to, maybe not. Nah, I probably won't. Unless I feel like unless they like play a Chalice. Like if they play a Chalice, I'll Brainstorm just so that I can use the card. Basic Forest. That's fine. I'm gonna trade with it. Alright, I'm gonna take some beatdowns and I'm gonna like be taking damage from Bob, but it's not the complete end of the world, I don't think. That's unfortunate. It got out of their hand though. They also didn't have a third land. I drew my own swords anyways. Oh. Exile another target creature you own. So I can actually, because it's worded like this, I can take back my Gilded Drake when they play another creature. So I don't actually want to play the Prince out. I'm gonna Brainstorm here. That's a lot of stuff. I think I'm playing out, I'm gonna put back a land. I think I'm actually gonna put back the Recruiter. And then I'm gonna Meddling Mage. I think I want the Caracas. Yeah. I'm gonna name Oko. Because I can't ever beat that card. They drew a third land. That's not, or that is not an Oko, so they can't cast it. Well, now I can do this play, which I think is better than Palace Jailering here. That's so silly that that's how that works. Again, I don't think I swords this. I mean, I don't really have any cool lands to get because I did side out the Wasteland, so I can't go and get Wasteland with Knight. There's no other utility lands, so it's just like me preventing them from having a Knight, which is good enough, I think. It's also an extra mana on my turns, basically. That's fine. Alright. And bash in for 4 here. Alright. Time to become the Monarch. Well, now the amusing part is if they somehow become the Monarch, I get to trade with a creature. But I have the one swords in my hand protects me enough. Now there's 2. I feel very safe here. That's more than fine. Another Gilded Drake. Let's get swords. In case they have Dryad Arbor, maybe I should hold back 2 creatures. I didn't really think about that. Yeah. Okay. I was gonna completely just make sure I kept the Monarch no matter what was happening. On the draw, I think I especially need swords. Just turn 1 answer to Bob. If they play turn 1 Bob, I need to have the turn 1 answer, basically. Does that mean I want Fatal Push as well? Not as sure about that one. Maybe, I don't know that I want Rip anymore. I think it's still too good. It's kind of sad, but like even when I did have the brainstorm, it was like, I don't know. Maybe a Strix. Because I don't really want to go to combat that often, to be honest. Also, them having Plague Engineer is annoying. It does stop me from being able to, like, Soul Herder combo, basically. Because I can't loop Recruiter. Do I want Push as well? Because I can get Revolt relatively easily, so, like, killing Knight isn't a big problem. I think 4 swords plus the 4 Force of Wills is enough. I think it is, at least. I don't want to overload on ones. I'm kind of scared of... a little spooked. I think I'm spooked enough. Which probably makes sense to me. I don't really want to cut another Strix though. But then what am I cutting? I think Flicker Wisp is good. Well, maybe Flicker Wisp is not great. Eh. I don't know if Flicker Wisp is doing that much. It's good against Mox Diamond though. So his hand has Force of Will and Answer to Creature. There's a lot of lands though. They mulled a 6. I think I'm gonna mull a 6 too. I don't think this hand does enough. Yeah, this hand is just better, I think. I'm gonna put away. I think this is a hand I put away with land with. I can cycle with Strix. I have a Brainstorm. Yeah, they play a Chalice. I'm not gonna counter it. That I have to. Peace out. Peace out, Bob. Big issue here is going to be if they have an Oko. I mean, if their hand is that nuts, then oh well. What am I supposed to do? Now I can Brainstorm into another Force, which is relatively likely to do, actually. Okay, well, they have Oko. Hopefully I can Brainstorm into the nuts. I'm gonna have to have a fetch mana base, or a dual mana base anyway, so I'm rather get a bunch of duels than like one basic. That sucks. That's really bad. I was really hoping to draw one of our 6 forces left. Which, like, in 3 cards drawing 6 forces, like, it's not super likely, but there's a decent chance, I think. I'm gonna put away Drake, and... well, the only card I'm gonna get to put away is Drake. This card's probably gonna single-handedly win them the game. Like, these Strix are gonna be pretty annoying, but, like... I got 1 minute to tell you. Do I bring Dredge to Legacy Prelim, or would it be a waste? Depends on how comfortable you feel. If you feel comfortable, do it. If you don't feel comfortable, don't do it. It's far more about comfort than it being actually good. Man, I can't draw a land. I don't know if it's in a good spot. 2 of them top 32 to showcase, so... I mean, like, I think it's okay. I don't think it's insane, but I don't think it's... like, I think it's a deck. Like, I think that the difference between the top decks and even, like, the bottom decks is not that big in Legacy to begin with, so... My opponent's a dirtbag. You have 15 players at the moment anyways, oh. You're going for it? That's fair. Oh, I messed up. I definitely should have attacked first. I just missed out on a point of damage on Oko. Man, screw this card. It's so messed up. I shouldn't F6. Did I send out a Charming Prince or did I have both? I have both. They're attacking. Okay. Definitely trade. My opponent is a filthy animal. I think I have to pay the 1. That was a good draw. I really wish my opponent's Oko was 1 lower. But sometimes I'm not very big brained. If they draw a loam, I'm more than screwed. Let's put it that way. That was our last card. Nice. Wait, did they not have to pay the 1? They're like state-based nonsense? Oh, come on. This sucks. What a top deck. This thing is just like killing me though. I mean, I guess I can Teferi bounce this. Then my Teferi dies. It's basically a time walk, so it's not really that effective. I can tutor for a Gilded Drake. That's actually interesting. Well, then I'm just probably gonna die to the flyer. It's not what I was looking for. I'm really looking for a Venser or a Baron. I can bounce this Oko. Them not having to pay the 1 for the food is really messed up. The fact that that works that way is super obnoxious. Is that really how that works? I'm really not sure that that's how that's supposed to work. I don't trust Magic Online. So this turn, they can turn our Mox Slime into a creature and then bash for 8, put me to 1. But, well, feel like this is just gonna kill me. I could grab Charming Prince here. Yeah, I don't know how much sense that makes. Maybe I'm supposed to Palace Jailer. If I Palace Jailer this... No. I guess it is Charming Prince. But I'm not sure I don't think I'm supposed to blink this. So I think I'm playing Rest in Peace this turn. This Oko is just messed up. That's the only conclusion I'm able to come to here. I could grab Strix, but then they just turn it into a 3/3. I think I have to grab a 2-drop, no matter what. I guess... Man, if they didn't top deck the Knight, I think I could beat the Oko. Oko is just... It's just messed up, man. It's just messed up. Maybe it is Prince. And Prince blink this. And then grab Baron. Then try to draw a 6th land. The issue is I need to turn off this Cabal Pit though. I think the Baron's I think the Oko's already I think I grab Baron. So next turn, because I'm chump blocking with Recruiter this turn. So next turn if I draw a land, I can Baron, Soul Herder, I can bounce 2 things. And that might be enough? Not really sure. The issue is this Knight can get, I don't know, a Wasteland if he wants to. I think this is my best shot at winning. It's not a great one, but it's a shot. Also, they might not want to make their Mox Diamond a creature here because then the issue is if they do that, then they don't have blue mana. So if I bounce their Oko and then I can get control of the board, I win the game until they draw a blue source, which is a lot of their lands. So I guess they shouldn't be afraid to do that. I just... Why does this work that way? It's just like really obvious. Obnoxious, sorry. I said obvious, obnoxious. I don't know what this is. Hopefully it doesn't involve me dying. I don't think I'm dead this turn. I can't think of a way I'm dead this turn. I just actually can't. Stupid Oko, man. I don't think I think I have to force that Bob because I'm gonna die. I'll die to that Bob. It's just unfortunate my brainstorm didn't hit one of the 6 forces. Now we're in the spot. And the fact that this interaction is kind of what's actually done it. Because if they had to pay for the food, they wouldn't have had 3 mana for night. Alright, they're turning their Mox into a creature, which is... I was hoping they wouldn't come to that conclusion. I'm gonna chump block. I have a feeling he's gonna go get a Wasteland. I just didn't draw a land anyways. Just tilting. I guess I just bounce this. Like, bouncing Oka doesn't do anything. God bless, dude. That sucks. His draws were just insane. Like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I don't think there's an out. I can't think of one. Yeah, I can't think of an out. It's been a really close game. Yeah, there's not an out anymore. That sucks. I have to find a way to block. I guess if I draw a Charming Prince, I'm technically not dead. I needed to draw that on turn 2. Those are GG's though. Oka's a stupid magic card. Should not have ever been printed. I'm very tilted. Those are close. Okay, that was close though. If they, it's mainly a combination of the fact that this Oko making a creature interaction doesn't make them pay an extra one. If they drew a knight a turn later, I think they would have lost. But it's Magic. Maybe we could have done something differently. Maybe Baron's not the right call. I'm supposed to go get something else. I don't think I'm being at Swords and Plowshares either way though. But oh well, that's Magic. Alright, we're here for round 2. This hand's pretty good, mainly because it has Brainstorm, so I'm going to keep it. Forceful is good protection. The main thing is I just want to Brainstorm away some lands. Tundra, okay. I'm going to play my own Tundra. Okay, so we're playing against some banned deck, which is fine. I like that Wasteland draw, but I'm gonna cast this Baleful Strix and get this cycle off. I assume they're gonna have a... It's not quite a Strix, but they're gonna have a nice thing, I imagine. Oh well, they had nothing? It's interesting. I wonder what they have in hand. Oko plus Forceful backup, GG. I'm like joking, but please don't do that. Oh god, please. Oh, please don't do it. Oh, thank god. I didn't get completely murked for once. Let's see if they counter this. And wasting this trop. If they're gonna have another Oko, they're gonna have to have Oko plus land. It's a brainstorm. I think that they might not have lands. I can very much believe it. I mean, they went Tundra Trop and then they fetched for basic plains, so... Well, either way, they drew the land. And they get to make it a perfect brainstorm. These Swords of Plowshares suck. They're really bad. Not really sure what I'm supposed to get here. I kind of just want to grab Palace Jailer, get the Monarch going, and I'll just leave my birds back. I could also grab a Baron and then bounce my own thing, but I imagine they have Swords of Plowshares, and Palace Jailer is pretty good against swords here. This is the way the board is. Baron's like drawing a bunch of cards though, so I think I'll just grab it. I think it's a good value pickup here. Watch them have Terminus on top. That'd be disgusting. Make me really wish I grabbed Jailer. I should have called it, man. I guess I shouldn't have F6. I should have trusted my gut. Just grabbed Palace Jailer. Gotten that Monarch going. That sweet, sweet Monarch. Hopefully I draw Strix or something. That was such a good draw. I could put some of these Swords of Plowshares back. There's so many Aether Vials. I mean, I'd rather have Vials than Swords of Plowshares, I guess. If this game goes a while, these Vials will take over. Or help take over, at least. I don't see a reason to have a bunch of swords. That's unfortunate. Bouncing that doesn't really do anything. Now their mana is perfect. Their mana that wasn't very perfect before is now perfect because this card's really balanced too. Oh, I forgot to fetch. I'm so dumb. I wonder if they'll counter this. I complete dingus. I just like forgot to fetch. Nadur. Fully intended to fetch and just didn't. I'm gonna grab a Charming Prince. They're good terminus. That's actually pretty good here. Dude, really? Oh, come on. It's not even fair. Let's bounce this Oko. Annoying. Play a Misty. Okay. Just gonna replay Oko. Yo. I'm not gonna Charming Prince. I'm gonna leave 1 on 3 and 1 on 2. No. Alright. Nice. It's actually really good. Alright, so I can Recruiter here. Alright, let's... I think I'm definitely Recruitering. And they have a second swords, it's gonna be kind of bad. Or I can get Flicker Wisp and I can... No, that doesn't make sense. No, I think getting Soul Hurt is correct. I'm gonna Flicker... I think I flickered the Prince. Yeah, let's Flicker the Prince. Oh yeah, I need to bounce this Oko. Flicker the Prince out. Yes, use Soul Herder's ability. And I'll Flicker the Recruiter. Alright. So they don't have another Swords of Plashers in hand unless they just drew it for turn. They're swordsing now. Makes sense. Or not. They must have a third Terminus in their hand and they're just setting up a Terminus for next turn, which would be pretty good for them. But I can set up Vial on 4 plus Venser. Or they might be digging for swords. Or I guess both. They could just, both could be happening at the same time. They're digging for swords and setting up another Terminus. Or they're digging for a third island so that they can then play it and then they can fetch Mystic Sanctuary and put Terminus on top. Let's see what this is. Well, they did not set up Terminus. They might just be looking for another one, I guess. They chose not to shuffle, played a Strand. So now they can fetch and do all that nonsense. Yes. I think I could get Venser. Or I could Palace Jailer. Well, no, the Monarch is not good when they have a Narset in play. Palace Jailer is pretty good here, though. Also, I assume they still have an Oko. I think Venser is best. Man, they can just like hard cast Terminus too. I can also Venser my own stuff. Is it at the beginning of your end step? Okay. So that is a way for me to get some card advantage here. I'm gonna put the Vial at 3 and 4. It's for his Venser. Because like I can bounce Baron. I can do some cool stuff here, I think. That's a really good draw, actually. I think I kill this Narset so I can start drawing some extra cards. I'm gonna do this. I think this makes sense. Their Narset's definitely gonna die. I think I just don't want them trading with this. They can trade with this or this. I'm not sure that I care. Well, that's not necessarily true. I think I'd rather it be like this. And if they play an Ice Fang, I'll just Swords it. Yeah, let's do it like this. It's actually fine by me. That could have been bad if they had Source of Plowshares. I didn't think about that. I think I just let this go to end step. Yeah, that was kind of bad. Are they gonna try Terminus now? That's what it looks like. Okay. So now the question is, how do I get max value knowing that they're probably gonna Terminus right here? Because if I just bounce Terminus, it's probably not gonna wind up super well. Well, that's not true because that Flicker was, so I can. Oh wait, that doesn't work. Never mind. Oh crap. Because I can Venser. I guess the best way would be for me to use my Flicker was to flicker the Recruiter. Or no, the Soul Herder. Probably the Soul Herder. I think I'm supposed to try to flicker Baron here. Yep. Were you good at stats? I know a decent amount. It depends on what you're trying to ask here. Um, I know like a decent chunk though. Wait, it is scooped? Okay. I'm a lot better at like linear algebra calculus type stuff, but I know a decent chunk of stats. Okay. How to figure out what lines are better to hit, like if you need card A and B. Yes. Um, in terms of needing A and B, well, not really, because if you have 2 4-ofs, it's like you would need to calculate the chance that, like if you have 4 looks at something and you have 2 4-ofs, then your first looks, you're looking for A or B, so you have 8 hits. And then if you don't hit again, it's 8 hits. And if you hit one of them and you're looking for the other 4, then it's 4 and 4. You would need like, it would be a modification of a hypergeometric. I don't know the correct term of that, but it's definitely calculatable. It's definitely you can definitely calculate that. It would require a computer though. Like you couldn't like kind of do it in your head. You would definitely need a computer for it, not even a calculator. Chill and goal, right? I need a sideboard. Wasteland doesn't do anything against them. I want these forces. Oh, Source doesn't do that much. I think I want Gilded Drake. No, I don't want Gilded Drake. Actually, I think I want Cleric. Maybe Rip too, honestly. Yeah, I think I want Rip as well. Oh wait, Peacekeeper is atrocious. Oh, I can name Snake with Plague Engineer. Yeah, I mean, honestly, like, the math on that was probably not that bad. And also, it wouldn't surprise me if Frank Carson's done an article on that already. I'm gonna keep this. It's a playable 7 in a control matchup. Like, it wouldn't surprise me if Frank Carson did that already right when Amalgam came out. Frank Karsten, he's a huge, like, math guy that does a lot of magic stuff. He's a Hall of Famer. He used to write for Channel Fireball. I think he still does, actually. But it wouldn't surprise me if he wrote something into that. I would have to brush up on a lot of stuff, which I'm gonna have to anyways, stat-wise, in order to do that myself, but it's more than possible. I think this is like way more than possible. Because it's like, you can't exactly binomial distribution that, but you can come pretty close. Because it's different each side. Yeah, but once you do it once you calculate how to do that once, you can probably just like do it over and over again. Do I meddling mage here? I think the answer is yes. I'm gonna force them to have swords. He definitely has an Oko. There's no question. Okay, they didn't have it. They just don't have it in their hand because they would have fetched for it. They're also playing around Wasteland, so I'm glad I sided all of them out. Now my Brainstorm is useless though. No problem. That's not good. Soul Herder. That doesn't really do me much good. I'm gonna jam this Rest in Peace. I think it's like pretty interesting, so I think it'd be worth figuring out. It is definitely more impossible. I would just have to like figure out the correct way to do it, because it's not binomial. It kind of is, but not really. I could definitely figure it out though. Just like in econ, almost everything that's done is what's the term I'm looking for? It's all linear. Like you try and make everything linear as possible, and that's definitely not linear. That's like some other stuff. This is unfortunate. I get the carpet here. It's a lot of mana. They're just choosing not to use it anyways. If I could brainstorm, this would not be a problem. Also, if I just wasn't drawing infinite lands. I mean, at least they don't have a win con here. Not yet, at least. Alright, I'm not playing any more lands. Well, that's not good. That's like really not good. I have 2 swords left, I think. I have to draw one of them. That's obnoxious. I can't beat that. I can't dig for an answer with force because, well... Yeah, wastelands are super bad here. I'm glad I decided them out, but we're still just in a really bad spot because of this stupid containment priest. I need a source of plowshares. I guess I can use my Flicker Wisp to kill their Snapcaster, as odd as that is. Oh, there's a recruiter. I'm surprised they'd let that resolve. Man, I want to grab Palace Jailer. I don't think that'll work very well though. Oh, I can't draw the extra card. That was really bad. I'm gonna try to flicker my recruiter. Oh wait, I forgot about Remorseful Cleric. Or not Remorseful Cleric, Containment Priest. I'm so bad. Wait, they also forgot about how their own card works. Sick. I need to get Palace Jailer. I don't know why I thought I could get away with not getting it. That was stupid. It was just literally dumb. I don't know, I like can't I can't beat this card. Like please attack with your Containment Priest. They have 5 in hand. They must have an Ice Fang. I could bounce my Wisp. I'm not gonna get to draw an extra card though. I'm just gonna go for the attack and hope it works. No way. Really? Wow. I wonder what's in their hand. I don't even know if I want to brainstorm here. I might just Baron. I want to draw some more Force of Wills. Yes. That's such a good draw. I have no clue what's in their hand. It's fine. If I can get the swords to resolve, it'll be huge. They chose to not shuffle, which is interesting. I'll trade off. It's fine. Oh, they have something to play. Okay. Teferi. Alright. I'm gonna try to do this now. I'll pitch a Soul Herder. Really? Wow. I don't care about Teferi anymore. I think I just flickered the Vial. Yeah, I'm gonna flicker the Vial. That way they don't get to draw an extra card. I think I'll hard cast Terminus here. That's hilarious. I wonder if I'm supposed to fetch to shuffle his... Alright, brainstorm. I don't even know what lanes are left. One underground, one tundra, that's it. Cool. I can get behind this. I'm gonna put the... I think I'm gonna put Prince on bottom and then the guard. I'm gonna try to get this Teferi to resolve. This Teferi resolves is huge. Wow. I'm just gonna tick it up. I'm gonna name Oko here. One card I am dead to is Entreat the Angels. So, hopefully that doesn't happen. Ruh-roh. Oko Broko. I mean, they can't force will or do anything on my turn, so I'm gonna get to do a lot of stuff here. What, I have a recruiter next? I don't remember what the other card was, to be honest. Yeah, it was a recruiter. Okay. Well, I can just recruiter. I can go grab Baron again. Oh, I wish I remember what the next card was. I really don't remember. I think I go grab... Oh, what was it? I know it was a spell. Ooh, I could grab Palace Jailer. Oh, that might be better. Because even if they wipe my board, I have this Baleful Strix. Oh, that's what it was. I knew it was a good card. I just could not remember for the life of me what it was. At 5 white mana? If it's in treat, we're dead. This could be really bad. If their last card is Terminus, it's really bad. I kind of want to blink my Palace Jailer just in case. Yeah, I'm gonna blink my Palace Jailer just in case. Well, I can just blink the Recruiter. Because if they Terminus this away, they're gonna get to draw 1 card. Well, they'll get to kill Teferi, which is like the worst part. Actually, they'll get to draw a lot of cards. Yeah. This guarantees I keep Monarch, which I think is more important than anything else. They voted for Recruiter? What? I'm really confused. Why'd they do that? Oh, I thought they had something relevant. I think I take the snap. Let's draw some extra cards. Bouncing the Strix while I have an Aether Vial in play is a little suspect. I respect it though. What do I I bounce? What do I bounce? What do I bounce? I can go grab a Flicker Wisp and then flicker this. Because I have to get an exile effect off this turn. Alright. Oko down. This Rest in Peace has done a lot of work this game. It doesn't seem like it, but like the Snapcaster, the Sanctuary shutting off fetches from getting Sanctuary for getting Council's Judgment or whatever back has actually done a lot. I don't feel great doing this, but should be game. The only card I'm concerned about is a Terminus, I guess. Yeah, I can Venture that, so it's not even that big of a deal. Alright, got there. That was really close. I mean, like, it felt close in a lot of points, but eventually got there. Just, we got too much time basically. They didn't draw to Oko early enough, so they didn't have enough pressure. So then we were able to eventually just draw into setting up our Soul Herder, Recruiter, the Guard Machine. Plus getting Monarch is really good in this matchup. As long as you have defense for a Ice Fang, their flyer. Yeah, I thought that we would get smashed in the late game by this deck, but that is not the case. Our late game is insane once you get that going. Not sure if they're playing Trade the Angels or not. If they are, that would have wrecked us out a lot of points, but I'll take it. I will take the dub. Alright, here for round 3. Playing some more of this Vial deck. This hand is awful. If either of these lands were a blue source, we could keep, but they're not. This hand's way better, though, in general. I probably mulled to 6. I'm definitely keeping this. In terms of what to put back, I think I put back Charming Prince. I don't think it's actually super... Well, I think it's either Charming Prince or the Brainstorm. I could see putting back the Brainstorm being more than reasonable here. The hand already has everything we need besides a third land, and we can scry 2 with this. Or if we just naturally draw a third land, what we can do is, on turn 3 I can play Recruiter, and then go get whatever I want, and then Vial in the Prince and blink it immediately. I'm gonna put back the Brainstorm. And if they like counter this Aether Vial or something, then I can just use a Prince to scry 2. I just don't think the Brainstorm provides a lot of value in this hand. Snow-covered island into Ponder. So we're not playing against Delver, which is cool. So we're probably playing against Snowco or Storm or Show and Tell. Hard to tell at this point. They chose not to shuffle. Definitely ticking up here. Alright, we drew a second Prince, so I'm definitely just going to use this to scry 2. Also apply a little pressure. Looking for a land here. Definitely not Vial. The land is pretty good. I am curious what we're against here. Vista still like doesn't tell a ton. Again, it could still be Show and Tell. I mean, it could still be anything basically. Grab an Underground. Alright, I'm gonna Recruiter here. Are they gonna counter this? Sneak and Show? Some of them do. The blue-green builds do. It's hard to tell if we're against Show and Tell or if it's something else here. I think... I don't know, I can't tell. I can't tell what we're playing against. It's really hard. Because if we're playing against Show and Tell, I should definitely just grab Meddling Mage. I don't know. I mean, I kind of think we are against. I think I can beat an Oko, so I'm not really concerned about Oko, to be honest. I can just like swords this thing. Okay, we're not gonna show and tell. I have no clue what this is. Is this a learn? This is weird. The value engine. That's what's going on here. I think I'm supposed to brainstorm here. I'm not sure why I grabbed Meddling Mage. I don't know. I guess if they show and tell, I was going to Meddling Mage, and then I was going to name like Emrakul probably, or Cunning Wish. Is if they play an Omniscience, then if they can't Emrakul, it's. I think I'm. Oh, this thing doesn't have Death Touch yet. That's interesting. I think a trade here would be fine. The question, do I want to try to brainstorm away this Meddling Mage, or do I want to cast it? I think I cast it. Man, I think they're on Alurin. I guess it could be Food Chain. Or Natural Order. There's a lot of different things it could be. And this like uncertainty is kind of killing me here. Because I just have no clue what's going on over there. I can't think it's Alurin. Well, I'm not sure if Alurin plays Shardless Agent anymore. I don't know, I'm just thinking a lot on what decks they could be on. Is basically where I'm at here. I'm just trying to think of. I think it's Alurin. I'm gonna say it's Alurin. Alright, I'm gonna blink the Prince. Yes. Which will blink this guard. Maybe I should have just named Abrupt Decay, to be honest. That way they can't kill anything. I guess Oko is now a problem though. Not really. Did I name the wrong 4-mana green card? Because it could be Natural Order. They do have Force of Wills in their deck. They revealed one off of the Charlotte's Agent. I think they just spent a bunch of time trying to cast an Alurin. I think I just named it right, which is hilarious. What do they have? What are you doing, opponent? They're casting a Ice Fang Coatl in their main phase. They've already played the land, right? Yeah, they played the Misty. I think there's a decent argument that I should have swords this last turn, but I just want to hold up Brainstorm. They are on Alurin. Return a blue or black Crusade. They're gonna return this unless I can like brainstorm into a. I would have to brainstorm into blue card. I'd have to brainstorm into something so specific. I can also. Oh, this doesn't target. I think I'm gonna brainstorm and just try to like hit. Alright, I did not hit, but that's not a big deal. I don't think I want the swords. I'm gonna put away the swords. I think the fourth land is actually useful. I can grab Plague Engineer here with this Recruiter. I also think Palace Jailer is really good. They have a lot of flyers though. I think it's actually Plague Engineer. That's a really weird draw. I wonder if they're gonna respond to this. It's interesting. They didn't. I'm gonna name Harpy. I guess technically I should name. I think Beast is more common, but they don't have a chance to respond to that, which is great. And I think I'm going to. So I can flicker the Plague Engineer, but I don't think I care about that. I don't even think I want to. I don't think I want to cast this. I think I just want to pass. I don't really want to trade with anything. So I can flicker Plague Engineer and name Snake and get rid of these two things. Or I can just like tutor for a Venser, which I think is more valuable here. It's definitely more annoying. That's not a question. I assume this is gonna be Charlotte's Agent. Yep. Thoughtseize. It's actually a pretty good one. I can hide the Venser. I can also just cast the Venser. And just be like obnoxious. I think hiding works better here. Because I actually want to draw the Venser, I think. Yeah, that's whatever. I'm gonna hide these two. I'll just let them take whatever they want. They're not killing us this turn, so took the brainstorm, makes sense. This is a human, this is a bird, snake. They have a lot of different creature types. I think I tick this up to 4, actually. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take it up to 4. Let's flicker. I think I actually want to start swinging in here. Yeah, let's swing in a little bit here. I'm fine with these Charming Princes dying at this point. If they trade off a Coatl, I'm gonna name Bird. I should probably name Bird anyways. Because they didn't play a land last turn. Yeah, I'm gonna flicker this out. They don't have a black source this way. I have an uncounterable counterspell in my hand by using this vial. I'm like pretty safe. Alright, they drew another black source. Another shardless agent. Well, that Strix instantly dies, but it does just get them an extra card, so. I have no reason to Vents or anything. Definitely not ticking up. I think I'm gonna do the Palace Jailer stuff here. Yes. And I'm gonna... Let's blink this thing. So now they have no flyers. I mean, they can't do anything here. They can't cast a Lurin, so... Sure. I guess that stops my Monarch from mattering, but I'm just gonna run over them. Wow, they just took it? Okie dokie. I'll just blink this. That game felt really close for a while, but I think like I just like cold called named a Lurin because I figured out they were on it, and then that kind of won the game, which is it's really cool when things like that work out. In terms of what they're on, in terms of the rest of them, Lavinia shuts down their deck. They can't do anything. I like push. I mean, Plague Engineer wasn't bad against them. I'm not sure that I really want more. Like, you can name Snake and Bird and Human. I guess it completely stops the combo, though, Cavern Harpy. Which I didn't realize the last time I played the matchup. It makes, like, countering stuff not as relevant. Though, like, they likely have Okos. And Oko is broken. Even though Wasteland was kind of good there, they have more basics than they actually fetch, so I'm going to cut the Wastelands. Don't think they actually provide that much value. Do I want the extra push? That's an interesting question. I don't think I want these. They likely have like one Uro or something, but I have these swords, so I'm not really as concerned for that. And if they put down a Lurin, I think it's fine. I don't think I care about much else. They probably have Sylvan Library though, which is like a big reason this card's in the deck. But I also don't really want them exiling my Vial. It'd be pretty annoying. Aether's More Candace does also stop their combo. It also... it doesn't stop Charlotte's Agent because that thing's an artifact, so it doesn't stop the Cascade. I'm gonna do this. And I think Flicker Wisp is kind of meh. We have Charming Princes. I don't think I want extra forces. Maybe I do. Maybe I want like one extra. Level can be pretty annoying. This doesn't help against that, but that card is annoying. I think I want the 5th force, because this countering a Lurin is relevant. Because sometimes our hand's not going to be very well set up to beat that. They also have Charlotte's Agent in this one, which like the last version we played against didn't have those. They kept. I'm gonna keep this. It doesn't have Vial in it, but it has Force of Will. It has a Meddling Mage. It's got some good 3-drops. Thoughtseize. Okay. It's not big of a deal. Our hand's really good. They might just take the Force of Will, depending on what they're trying to do. They took Recruiter of the Guard. It's interesting. I guess it's the card that enables the most, so it makes sense. Alright, we drew another Force, which is probably just gonna be the blue card that gets, you know, Force Pitch Force. If we're playing a long game while I have a Soul Herder, I'm like pretty fine with that. I'm not sure what I'm going to name with Meddling Mage. It feels like they're more mid-rangey this game, based on the fact they kept a double Thoughtseize hand, so I might actually use my Meddling Mage to just like name Charlotte's Agent. Took Soul Herder, makes sense. So now we're like kind of... We're gonna have like huge gas. I mean, I don't really want to scry to lands though. I don't really want to use my Charming Prince to do that. I don't want to get Shardless Agented. I think getting 2 for 1 is like, in that fashion is not what I want to happen. If they play like an Ice Fang or something, I don't really care. I also think if they had Ice Fang, they would have played it that turn. I think they don't have a third land, and they're digging for it. It's at least my theory. Well, they found it. So, I could Brainstorm to dig for the land, or I can Charming Prince. I think I'm gonna use my Brainstorm here. Yeah, there's some goodies. I think I actually don't want the Vial right now. I think I'm just gonna put it away. I want to try to use my Charming Prince for value, if I can. Tropical Island? Interesting. That card's annoying. So I might have to use my Charming Prince to blink this. But it's not that big of a deal. They missed their land drop, so their hand's all gas. This is a really good Magic card. Might be playing that instead of the Prince. Like if they draw a land, they can cast this, but I can just bounce it with Teferi. Assuming that this resolves, I have no clue if it will or not. They forced it. pitching Charlotte's Agent that they can't cast. Do I want to force this to resolve? What's the danger then? They have a learn plus combo. They would have to draw the land and then have a learn Cavern Harpy. Oh, they're so unlikely. I think I'm supposed to force this. I think if they had Abrupt Decay, they would have let this resolve, so I'm gonna just plus it. I can get value from it next turn. Just preventing them from like just Uroing on board is really important. Because I think otherwise, if I let that force resolve, I'm going to wind up having to force their Uro, and I would rather just have the Teferian play the bounce anyways. This is only really bad if they find an Abrupt Decay off this Brainstorm. And even then, I can Charming Prince and blink the Meddling Mage. That's unfortunate that they drew that off of the Brainstorm. Well, they're not drawing a land anytime soon. They just Brainstorm lock themselves, so I actually don't have to worry about Uro anymore. So I'm actually going to use my Charming Prince to blink the Strix instead. Like, I have 2 turns to not have to worry about a land, which is nice. They're forcing? Wow. They pitched Charlotte's Agent. Turned out to be a really good name. I'm very surprised they forced that. That's annoying. I don't really want to Swords it. Can I wait to draw for turn? That's only bad if I draw Fencer. I'll take the risk. Okay. I hate letting them draw this card. This is a very dangerous spot because now they're unbrainstorm locked. And I don't have an answer for Uro, so all it takes is them drawing 1 land and I'm dead. Unless I top deck Palace Jailer or another Swords. Still digging for that land. Hopefully I draw something good. There's a lot of good draws in my deck. Recruiter, Soul Herder. Baron would actually be really cool. Palace Jailer would be pretty strong. They shuffled. They found a land. Alright, so they're gonna be able to Uro. Their hand must have been really weird to have that left over. This Uro is about to wreck me if I don't draw something here. Alright, Baron is interesting. So I can wait to use Baron to bounce their Uro, but I actually don't think that's going to wind up being very good for us. So I think I'm going to use Baron to actually bounce own stuff to get some card velocity here. Now I can reset the Meddling Mage or I can bounce the Baleful Strix. I think bouncing the Strix makes the most sense. That's not how you cast Uro, buddy. This Plague Engineer is interesting. Uro is such a messed up magic card. I have a lot of really good draws here. The issue is I actually don't have any ways to blink this stuff because my Flicker Wisp and my... Well, I have the 2 Soul Herders, but one's in my graveyard. They chose to not shuffle. That's not good. It's actually a really bad sign. Oh, that's insane. That was the best draw in the deck. Not remotely close. That draw was nuts. Quite literally best draw in the deck. Palace Jailer OP. Should be game. I can't exactly think of a way I lose here. If they draw a Lurin and have Cavern Harpy as well. Wait, no, they can't even like pay enough life with Cavern Harpy to get there. The moment I Plague Engineer and name Bird, it's just all over. All 3 of these die. And that's game. Nice. That Plague Engineer draw is absolutely insane. We had to draw an answer of some sort for the Uro, and this was just absolutely the best one and not close. I'll take it. Sometimes you draw the 1-ofs to draw them off the top. You know? Alright, we're here for round 4. This hand is very good against any creature deck, but if we're against Snowco or anything like that, this hand is awful. I think I'm a mulligan because of that. I think they're just better 6s against the breadth of the Legacy format. Like this one. Maybe this hand's just better against what's in Legacy. I'm gonna put the Strix away, I think. I'm not 100%. It might be Charming Prince. I think it's the Charming Prince actually. It's the only card that doesn't produce card advantage in our hand. Oh, we're against the mono blue Karn deck. Our hand's not exactly the best situated for it. They know about Meddling Mage, that's a good one to know about here for them. The Chalice on one. My Brainstorm's a little useless. It's okay though. The second Brainstorm even more useless. Maybe they just don't have a third mana source. It would work out pretty well for us if that was the case. Alright, well they had a land. There's a Narset. Urza's a bauble. These brainstorms look real bad right now. They didn't get any extra information, that's cool. I think I just have to name Karn. Urza's a big problem, but... I could name Urza's not great though. I think I can beat it. I don't think I can beat Urza, actually. Am I beating Karn? Like, if I just slam Karn next turn, I'm probably dead. Like, I can attack it down to 1, but then they're getting to cast whatever. They're also more likely to get Karn than Urza. Yeah, I'll name Karn. Oh, they could Echo next turn, though. Echo would just actually kill me. I think Echo's more of a problem. I think Echo's more of a problem than the other 2 cards I've named. I should probably made sure that that was the right name. Yeah, okay, it's the right card I'm thinking of. I didn't know the rest of the name, I was just pretty sure that was what it was. Granted, I think our chance of beating this is greater than beating an Echo, to be honest. Yep. I wonder if you got... That's not good. That's like, okay. I guess I just smack the Karn. Ballista is a big problemo. I mean, like, Soul Herder is definitely bad against the Ballista that's gonna be coming at my face. I could Baron. I don't think Meddling Mage does it. Because it doesn't actually remove the Ballista. Unless I can attack with the Meddling Mage, and if they want to save their Planeswalker, they have to trade. Which I guess that's a pretty big advantage. Baroning Ballista feels real bad though. I think it's correct, but it feels bad. I just wish we needed to draw some like forces for this game. I mean, I'm glad we didn't keep our first hand. Would have been really bad. Hopefully they don't just go like Ballista, Ping Ping, Meddling Mage, LED, Echo. Be a big old GG. That's not good. That's really bad. That's really bad. I have to draw a land here, or I'm just roasty toasted. Alright, well now I can Palace Jailer. It's a pretty big deal. I can also Baron this thing, bounce this. Well, I'm not sure that bouncing this actually does anything. Maybe I'm just supposed to Jailer. Let them kick my face in for 5. I'm not sure that that's really a winning proposition though, because then, well, they can't minus and get lattice. It doesn't work that way. I guess I Jailer this thing. But then well, actually Jailering is probably really bad, right? Because if I Jailer the Urza, they can make this a 2/2, kill a creature, or they can kill this and attack with both. Oh, but then I have 2 blockers, right? So I'm not like super unsafe. Well, they're gonna minus for... They might be able to minus for something. I can also try to get this ballista out. I don't know. I'm trying to think of what else is in their sideboard that could like really wreck me. Oh wait, all their ballistas are in the sideboard, right? What if they minus and get for 2, 2, 1? Oh, that doesn't work. I think... I think this is correct. I don't think there's a way they can get the Monarch. Unless they get LED, put this at 3, 2, 1, 0. No, that doesn't work either. I think I have to get rid of this Urza. It's either Urza or Ballista. Maybe a Urza just doesn't matter. No, because then they can minus and make a giant Ballista. I think it's Urza. This might be very incorrect. I don't know. I'm in a really rough spot either way. They have access to 7 mana. They can get the Monarch here. Oh, that's really bad. Oh, I guess any landed they could have gotten it. Oh, that's bad. I guess I messed up. That does not get them the Monarch. I don't think, unless I'm missing something. Oh, they can get LED. Crap. That's really bad. Specifically 2 mana land did it. They have to do the line. Oh, do they have an Echoes? Oh, that's brutal. So they have an Echoes. Not good. Not good, not good, not good. Definitely chump blocking. That's not a real question at all. Alright, well hopefully after they Echoes I draw something really good. LED, okay. cast their echoes here, and then we're probably dead. That's unfortunate. Unfortunate is the best term for this situation. I don't know, we just didn't draw any forces. I mean, we didn't keep a hand with force in it, they just drew more of them. Narset's such a pain too. That's bad. I feel like everything that's happening is just bad. I can bounce this. I don't even know what I can draw here. I don't think I have an out. Not that I can think of. Which deck? Our deck? Our deck's sick. Or are you talking about their deck? Their deck is also sick. I think both of these legacy decks are really cool. I don't know how good this one opponents. Yeah, this deck is sick. I think it's actually pretty cool. I mean, that makes sure we keep the Monarch, I guess. But I'm not actually getting value from the Monarch. No, their deck is sick. I think this deck's really cool. I just don't think it's consistent enough. It's not very good against Force of Will. Our opponent's also kind of drawn Nether bars this game. Like if we drew a Force, also we just didn't draw Force of Will. If we drew Force of Will at any point this game, I think we win. I'm not sure that's particularly close. I don't think there's a way I can win. I really just want to scoop. If they show us something to actually win the game with, well, they have Urza. Feel very dead. Oh, that makes things way harder. Like, I can sit here and pay 2 for Peacekeeper, but I'm not getting anywhere by doing that. There's eventually gonna find a Ballista. Or they're gonna find a Karn, and then Karn minus go get Ballista. Or go get Lattice. They'll probably get Lattice first, and then Ballista, and then we die. Alright, I'm gonna skip to that. I can't beat that. I just can't beat what they're doing. Alright, well, I talked about Force a bunch. It's because it's really good against them. I just want the Forces really badly. Lavinia is actually really good against them. They have a lot of 0 drops in their deck, so it's very powerful. Almost all their deck is artifacts, so Candace doesn't do anything. Active Authority can exile their artifacts. Rest in Peace is surprisingly good against them because it stops Echo and Emery. I don't think Remorseful Cleric's worth it though. In terms of what to take out, Wasteland doesn't actually do that much against them. Most of their mana base is actually basic islands. They have the Ancient Tombs and they have the Seats, but it's mainly basic islands. Swords is actually good against them because of Psy and Urza and all those. I don't like Peacekeeper. I like Jailer for the same reason I like Swords. Though maybe I should side out 1 Swords. Nah, I'll leave them all in. It is worth noting though, Lavinia shuts off our own forces, but it shuts off of most of what they're doing, which I think is just worth it. Also, hard casting Force Negation is not super difficult. Footguard Wisp we can use to mess up their chalices, so I like it. I think Strix is not as great. Maybe Baron? We can use it to bounce creatures, it's relevant. Oh, Plague. I don't think Plague Engineer is that good. It's good against Psy though. So maybe we want to keep the one of. I wouldn't want to bring in any more, but maybe keep the one of. Maybe a Brainstorm actually. I don't think Burns was very good against them. Between Chalice on 1 and Narset, yeah. Like, not impressed. I think they just have Chalice on 1 and or Narset too often. Whereas I'd rather have Strix. Anyways. When I draw a second land, his hand's pretty strong. I think it's too risky though. I mean, like, the thing is, if this hand draws lands, it's really good. It needs a Force of Will on top of lands though. I'm gonna mulligan. This hand's just better in general. Definitely keeping. I'm gonna tuck away. I'm gonna keep the swords. I'm gonna put away a land. We have this Aether Vial, so we don't need as much pure lands. As Force plus blue card, we have an answer to a creature between Emery or Psy. Looks like they have an early Emery. Could be early anything. Still a lot of mana. Yep. Our Aether Vial is not long for this world. It's fine, not that big of a deal. At least this Emery gets to be bye-byed. We have an answer for another creature. We do need to draw some. We need to draw a third land, and we need to start drawing like Recruiter the guards, basically. I'm gonna pop EE here. Yeah, that's fine. Not blowing up our vial is nice. Okay. I can get behind that. I think... I don't know what I want to do. I think I want to Baleful Strix. See what we draw. I think I need a card advantage here more than shutting things down. Though, like, I could play Meddling Mage and then name, like, Narset. That shuts up a lot of things. I'm gonna Strix. I'm gonna hold it. Yeah, I'm gonna hold it. I think I'd rather force whatever they're gonna do than play the mage. Sure. Lavinia would be so good against what they're doing. They're probably really confused because I left a medley mage in my hand with open mana. I think it just fully signals how I have a force. So they probably shouldn't do anything that's force worthy. Oh, they're doing something that's force worthy. Though I kind of just actually want to draw 7 though. I don't want them drawing 7 though because they have 0 cards in hand. There's a second Echo in their yard, so all they need to do is draw a land. But the thing is, if we both draw 7, I'm fine with that. Oh, they're drawing a card off a bobble. I think I'm supposed to brainstorm. Wait, brainstorm. I'm gonna put the vial away. Let's put the vial away. See what they have. What you got, opponent? That's fine. I'm fine with us both resetting. I have Caracas. That Caracas is a really good draw. I do wish I had one of my forces though. I don't think I'm supposed to brainstorm here. Alright, the question is how do I want to play my turn now? Because if I Caracas this, in order for me to cast a 3-drop, I can't brainstorm, and I don't have like a force or anything in my hand. But like getting my Soul Herder down is probably super relevant, even if it means that they can like play stuff. Let's see here. Also, maybe I don't really need to truly Caracas this. Like, they can get a bobble back for 1 turn, but I think that's fine. I don't think it's like the end of the world if that happens, basically. What did I do? I revealed a Soul Herder. If they trade here, which they might be incentivized to do so that I don't get Soul Herder value. Let's see if they do that. They might actually trade here. Okay. So I'm definitely not Soul Herdering this turn, which is fine by me. Let's brainstorm. Ooh, I can bounce it with Teferi, which probably even better play. Or maybe I still just Caracas. I think I put back 2 lands. The swords is nice. The issue is if I play the Caracas, they're just never gonna go for the... I don't think they're gonna go for the Emery again, or they might overload the board. No, I think I like doing this. I could also bounce the seat, which is super obnoxious. But then my Teferi dies. I don't want that to happen. I'll bounce Henry. I mean, they can do some goofy stuff here, potentially. We'll just see what they do. They have to have a LED plus Echo, I think, to punish us here. That's not very likely. It's like pretty specific draw. That bobble's good for them. Now they have access to 2 mana. Yep. I think I'm gonna recruit her for Lavinia. Yeah. Let's grab a... This makes their Emery useless. It doesn't mean that I can't swords. Or I can't, they know I can't force a will, but they can't cast LED, they can't bobble, they can't Karn. They might think they can, but they can't. They can cast Urza here. They can cast creatures, but is this... The first part only affects non-creatures. That doesn't work. Yeah. They're digging for something. They cannot cast that right now. Alright, so I can kill their Narset, which is great here. I mean, I don't really care about this thing. So they have Karn Chalice. So if they have a land, they can cast Karn next turn, but Karn's kind of not mattering anymore. I can Charming Prince and get Fencer by blinking this. I think that's the best line here. I don't think they can beat that. Their spells are too expensive and they can't force a will. Yeah, this Lavinia is putting in work. I'm very impressed by her. Alright, they can cast Karn. I don't care. Just actually don't care about that. Oh no, I can't source a Plowshares. Whatever will I do? I'm not sure what this does. Oh, they can use it to kill Lavinia, right? I mean, not reasonably. Well, I can just like... What? This is kind of weird. I'm a little confused on this one, not gonna lie. I think I just bounced the ballista. Oh, I can't bounce Venser and play it if I do this. I think that's fine. Or wait, no, it's not. I'll draw an extra card here. All face, that's the answer. I love it. The big ol' aggro plan. How's it going, buddy? Good, how's the stream? It's going pretty good. I think I actually just let this resolve. Nah. We're just chilling out. And the games are going pretty well. We won our first match. This game looks pretty good, I think. Like, they can't really kill me here. So, I feel pretty good. They get to kill Lavinia here, but we still have a lot of pressure. Walking Ballista is really annoying. Maybe I should have tried to recruit her again using Soul Herder to get Meddling Mage earlier on. But I'm not sure if that actually winds up very well for us. I guess they could try to they could like Echoes here. Oh. I didn't really think about that line. But now they have no hand. This actually doesn't wind up very well for them. I guess this is their best out, and then they can just try to top deck something relevant next turn. I guess that is their out, to just try to top deck something relevant. Let's swing for 4. I think I bounce this thing. And then Brainstorm. Because if I can draw a Force of Will, I just win the game. not Force of Will, but it's pretty good. Their Emery's useless. I like Mistap pretty bad. I'm not sure that matters, but... Yeah, I don't think... I can't think of an out for them. I don't know what this can get that matters. Black Paws. What's up, man? How's it going? Not too shabby. We're in game 2. We're down a game, but I feel pretty good here, so. How are you doing today? The only downside here is that we're like low on clock. Oh wait, they're just dead here. You're blessed, that's awesome. Love to hear it. We're kind of low on clock here, but I'm not sure how much that matters. I can just play faster. I don't think I like Cleric. I think I like everything else though. I think I want more Brainstorm. I think Baleful Tricks is worse on the draw. I'd rather have another Brainstorm. Or Fatal. Actually, I think I want this Fatal Push. I can trigger this. If I trigger Revolt, I can kill anything with the push, which makes it a lot better here. I have to mulligan more aggressively for the Force type stuff on the draw though. Maybe I just don't want Plague Engineer. You found me on YouTube today? Nice. And you checked your page and checked to see if you were streaming. Awesome. Well, thanks for coming over. I really appreciate it. Yeah, if you like what I put on YouTube, you're gonna like what I have here. It's literally the same content. I haven't put anything unique on YouTube. But I'm always looking for. I'm gonna brainstorm a couple ideas, start putting some more unique stuff on there. I think like deck guides and things like that would be more helpful. That first hand sucked. This one has Force of Will. That's that. Hopefully the Force of Will does enough here. Alright, so they know about the Marsh Flats and that's it. So that's the lane I'm going to play for turn. Hopefully start drawing some spells. We do need to draw those. If we draw spells, we're going to be in a pretty good spot. LED. You're looking for a new deck to make, searching you're the most recent person playing it. This deck is sick. I've been enjoying it a lot. I'm not sure exactly how good, like, the deck has a lot of really interesting lines, which draws me towards it. I'm not sure how good or bad or whatever that makes it, but it makes it really fun. I'm gonna name Narset. I think it's I'm gonna make sure that this is the right one. Yeah. I'm gonna name Narset. I think it's the most likely 3-drop they play next turn, so I don't want to deal with it. Naming Narset and them not being able to get in play also makes their echoes worse. Well, here's a 4-drop that I'm going to Force of Will. if they're just passing. I wonder what else they have in hand. If they have another Urza, I'm a little spooked. Scrubland. And grab Recruiter. I think... it's either Soul Herder, Venser, or Palace Jailer. Palace Jailer if they have another creature. Venser is decent against everything except another Urza. Soul Herder is probably just good in general. Palace Jailer is good against another Urza too. I can just exile the Urza and then not attack. It's bad against a Walking Ballista though. Like if they Karn tick up. Well, Karn doesn't really matter. I think I'm just gonna go with the Soul Herder. I think it can get me out of the most situations, unless they're able to Ballista me. If they have a Ballista, this is really bad. But they would have to naturally draw it, which like, they normally put them all on the sideboard for Karn minuses. Wonder what this is. There's a Karn, okay. Echoes. They have Echoes with a Karn in play. We drew a Force. They haven't used their Karn yet. His hand's really good, actually. Force of Negation. We have a Swords for a creature. Lavinia can help block things up. That's fine. They mill over Ballista, so they did bring in a Ballista. How'd I come across this deck? So this deck's been popping up in legacy results through MTG. I track like results in top tournaments using Goldfish mainly. And this deck's been popping up for a while now, and I thought it was really interesting. I've kind of had my eyes on it for a while now. But a lot of the Moto grinders have started to pick it up a bit, and that's part of the reason I took a look at it. A lot of Moto grinders have just been like kind of crushing. I would say, I mean Yama's been crushing with it, but the others have been putting up decent results, which is promising. They just pass. It's kind of weird. And yeah, so this is my second league ever with it. It's definitely not bad. How good is it? I'm not exactly sure yet still, but I'm a fan so far. I think I'm just gonna Palace Jailer. Because I can't Swords plus Lavinia, because then I can't force a negation. Wow, I just got blown out. They had Force of Will. This is so bad. This is actually horrendous. I can't believe they have Force of Will there. That's really bad. We're probably gonna lose now. If this Force of Negation was a Force of Will, we would be very fine. Wow, this is really bad. But yeah, this is So the creator of the deck is JTL. He's been playing this deck for like 2 years now, and I copied his most recent list. Wait, are they gonna go for the Lattice instead of Ballista? That'd be huge. Oh, they're going for it. Wow. This is about to be a huge blowout. Yes, they went for it because they thought we didn't have a force. Which, to be fair, they would think that we don't have Force of Will. But Force of Negation will do it. Okay, so they know about Flooded Strand, so I need to... Let's Swords this thing. Attack Karn down. So the card I'm most worried about. The Walking Bliss is in the yard, so they probably don't have another one. So I guess I'm most afraid of. I guess the card I can beat a Urza. So I think it's still Walking Ballista. Nah, I think it's Urza. Because they milled over one of their Walking Ballistas. They milled over a Walking Ballista, so I think they don't have another one. Also, the odds of them having something here is like not that high. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna present lethal here. Sure. Did they draw another Ballista? Oh no. This is a way we can actually lose. Actually... I think we're fine. They can't just take this damage, they have to shoot the Wisp. Alright, we got there. If they had a Karn there, they could have Karn and Snaring Bridge, so that would have been really bad. You know what, I'm just gonna take it. Yeah, that game was super tight. I think I could have played better at some point, but, you know, we won anyway, so whatever. Alright, we're once again playing for the 4-1 here. This hand's great. I'm gonna keep it. Very similar to last week we played. More prison than combo? Gotcha. Well, okay, so we're playing as Death Shadow here. This is fine, I don't care. I'm not gonna force a will Delver. Swords of Plaster is very good against what they're doing. I'm gonna do my best to not Swords a Delver. I think I'm gonna Delta Pass. Yeah, I mean, this deck plays very differently than those decks, but it's super fun. I'm having a really good time playing this deck, personally. I should put a stop there. That's fine. What prison decks do you play, like mono red prison or 4-color loam? Well, 4-color loam's not really a prison deck, but you're out. Yeah. What have you been up to, Jeffrey? Even though you just said you're out. Just gonna dip. You're just gonna dip on me? Be good day overall, nice. I think... if they daze me here, I think I'm fine with that. Because I need my 3-drops to resolve anyways. Yeah, that's fine. You got negative for the Rona. You got interview for web dev position, nice. Just won my jungle game, nice. It's going pretty good, nice. Love to hear it. When's your interview? Is it next week? Enchantress Baller, Sun and Moon, Allurin, Planeswalker Control. Those are all very fun decks. Yeah, sometime next week, nice. I played against a bunch of Allurin recently, which has been really interesting. They took their recruiter and they wasted us. Well, luckily the Swords of Plowshares is here. I could have Meddling Mage instead of Swordsing. I think I'm supposed to Swords though. Record looks good and you said you're having... Yeah, it's been pretty good. We're 2-0 on the day so far. I like this matchup. Had a mentorship call earlier today with the guy business I'm advising. It went really well, and got some other stuff set up. I have a good bit of stuff to do this weekend, but that's always the case. Life, yes. Very life. Alright, so they don't have Gurmag Angler, but they might have a Death Shadow. I could also just Meddling... I'm gonna Meddling Mage here. I'm gonna name Fatal Push if they let this resolve. I told you I would. I might have you do something for me eventually. I don't remember when I did it. I think the last time I opened Streamlabs I did do something. They took my brainstorm. This game is going forever. I feel like playing Soul Herder doesn't do anything. I kind of want to just save the land to try and debate them. No, I'll play it out. I don't really like giving them perfect information, but it's fine. I don't know, maybe I should have played this out because they've already used double days. I don't care about that. Not gonna force a will of Delver. Alright, I'm gonna cast a Soul Herder now. Now I can force Daze Proof. Though they have a third Thoughtseize, they can take this and then I can't counter the threat. But future threats I draw are now very powerful. I drew a Force of Will, it's really good for them. If they have a threat. If they don't have a threat, though, decent spot. Probably draw like a Recruiter of the Guard here, or just like anything. All it takes is a threat here. That's not a threat. We're on a 4-turn clock. The issue is if we use a Force of Will, we'll be on a 3-turn clock. I'm actually not going to waste land so that I can hardcast Force of Will. That way I don't take a point of damage. Still need to draw something here though. Need to draw something real bad. Also, if I wasteland, it triggers Revolt, so they can Fatal Push Soul Herder. I don't exactly want them doing that to me. I guess I'm supposed to... I don't really want a Sword Third. I guess I have to here. Maybe I'll take one more hit. Yeah. I assume they're gonna force this. I'm gonna force back. Do they have another force? If they have another force, then I have a lot of top decks. Alright. I need a top deck here. I have a lot of good top decks, but I have to top deck here. That's a good one. It's a really good one. That is also a very good one. They only have 1 days left, so hopefully this works out. I think my best bet is to flicker the Strix here, and then end of turn I flicker this and exile this. Let's do that. See if this resolves. Okay, that's fine. And I can flicker out this Delver. Alright, we got there. That was really tight. We got really lucky there at the end. Our 2 draws were kind of runner. In terms of sideboarding, let's see here. Fatal Push is great against them. Outside of that, Plague Engineer is actually not the worst against them. The reason for that is because of the Death Touch. If I could add 1 card to this deck, what would it be? I'm honestly not sure. My knowledge of card pool for like random Esper things to search is not that high, so I'd have to trawl around Goldfish, looking at other lists, which we can actually do after this match. I haven't felt like I'm missing anything, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like I've kind of had everything I've needed the whole time. So I'm not, there's nothing I feel like I'm missing, which is like a really weird but nice place to be in. But JTL's put in so many years with the deck that I just trust his list pretty heavily, and I can't really think of anything off the top of my head. Maybe we can look at some other lists after this game though, because I am curious if there's maybe something that could be added, because there are other lists out there, right? Depends on what you expect to play against, things like that. What do I feel like the win rate is against the field? I have no clue. That's very pilot dependent. Like, I think most of Legacy is being pilot dependent. Maybe I went from thinking I want to bring in Plague Engineer to thinking I just don't want it in general. Gilded Drake is interesting because I can trade it with like Gurmag Angler and things like that. It's not very good at taking Death Shadows though. It kills a Death Shadow, but it gives him a 3/3 flyer in return, which probably isn't great. I think Wasteland is good. I think Peacekeeper is good because they have to kill it in order. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna do this. I'm not. Maybe I'm supposed to bring in Gilded Drake, but I don't know. Like, I feel pretty comfortable in most matchup with this deck, to be honest. Like, post board against the combo decks, you get 7 counter spells, which like 7 forces, which is a lot, and you also have Meddling Mage on top of that. And Lavinia is pretty good against a lot of the combo decks too. Against the Delver deck, you have removal, and just like Baleful Strix is such a good magic card. The deck has a really good late game against the Snowco decks with Soul Herder Recruiter combo. Maybe an onboard answer to Oko would be kind of cool, which would be something like an Eliminate. Like the card Eliminate could be interesting, but I'm not sure if you really want another removal spell. As for this hand, I think I'm just gonna keep it. It doesn't have removal in it, but we got Scries, we have a Brainstorm, so I'm gonna keep it, mainly because of Brainstorm. But like, win rate in Legacy is less so, like, if you were to like present a standard deck, I could probably give you more of like a win rate based answer. Not right now because I know nothing about standard, but in Legacy, so much of it is player dependent and like actually knowing how to play the games, and everybody plays Legacy differently. And that doesn't mean they're wrong in knowing how to play Legacy, it's just everybody kind of has a different style. So making kind of a blanket win rate argument's hard. Like, the best deck in the format is probably like Teamer Delver, I think is like kind of like that's the standard everybody looks at. Outside of that, though, the difference between the best legacy deck and like the rest of a tier 1 of the format is so like the difference is not very big in terms of power level, because legacy is just a powerful format, which means that you can kind of play whatever you want as long as you're enjoying it. I'm gonna brainstorm here. I'm glad I brainstormed. This sucks. I just drew 3 lands with brainstorm when I already had lands to put back. It's really awkward. Alright, hopefully they don't have Stifle. A lot of lists don't have Stifle, so I don't really expect it, but... Alright, they did not have Stifle. I feel like they have a Daze, so I don't really want to walk into it. I will, if they want to Daze the Aether Vial, I'm fine with that, so. I'm gonna scry here. Baleful Strix is a good magic card. If they want to Daze this, that's fine. Yeah. Taking them off mana seems pretty valuable here. I should not be F6ing. They revealed a Fatal Push. Okay. Well, that's gonna kill the Baleful Strix, which isn't that big of a deal. Okay. Cycling Street Wraith is interesting. I don't really want them to Fatal Push my Strix, but they're probably just gonna get to here. Alright, I don't want to attack them and lower their life total any further. I could play the Soul Herder here and then force them to push the Prince, and then next turn I can do some cool stuff. Or I can Baron their Delver and just like stunt what they're doing. Stunt their pressure. Which that's probably better. That also makes them need to reflip their Delver. Do they have a Force of Will? I'm not gonna attack them. I don't want to let them play their Death Shadows. I think if they can't cast Death Shadow in a much better spot than the world that they can. That's fine. But they're not even gonna cast Delver? Ratchet Bomb. That's interesting. I think I'm gonna attack them this time. I think I can put a lot of pressure on them here. I probably should have cast the Soul Herder before I did that though. Cause if they force this. Okay, now I really don't like my attack, but it's okay. Not that big of a deal. They would have been able to cast Death Shadow anyways after forcing. So now it's just they're under a lot of pressure. Now their Death Shadows will be big, but... Alright, so their hand is push 2 unknowns. I think... So I can cast Recruiter here. Or I can Prince and Blink Baron. I kind of like Prince and Blinking Baron. I'm fetching either way. This is just to make sure that I don't get like stifled. Because if I get stifled, I want to change my play. Interesting. Okay. I don't want to play Strix because then their Ratchet Bomb's a 3-for-1. I didn't expect Eliminate. I guess I should have. I just really didn't expect it. If they eliminate Chum Block with a Prince, I'm definitely going to. Yeah, I think I applied pressure too early and I wasn't supposed to attack with the Prince and the Baron that one turn. They didn't shuffle? That's not good. Oh, that's not good. That's really bad. That's really bad. I have to draw pretty well here. All it takes is one source of plasters though. I think they're supposed to pop the Ratchet Bomb here. I really don't think they're supposed to let me chump block. I think this gives me too much time. But I understand they're trying to get extra value from this Ratchet Bomb because they know I have the Strix in my hand. So I'm kind of incentivized to play the Strix just because it draws a card, no matter what. That was a really good draw. I'm gonna cast it. I'm going to grab... There's a lot of different things I can grab. I can grab Pilot's Jailer. I can grab another Recruiter, which I'm actually tempted to do here. What happens if I grab another Recruiter? I mean, if they're just gonna sit here and let me chump block, I'm fine with that. Like, giving me time while my Aether Vial ticks up is not a winning proposition. I also... The thing is, the Jailer can get dazed, so I don't really want to walk into that. I'm just gonna grab Recruiter. I don't think I'm supposed to attack, because then their Death Shadow becomes a 9/9. Yeah, I'm not gonna attack. They did not take up their Ratchet Bomb. I think I block with the Recruiter. Or no, I'll block with the... I'll block with the Recruiter. Because next turn I'm going to cast another Recruiter. Oh, this is just giving so much time. That's an insane draw. Well, now I think they're just forced to pop it on this. And then they can push this. I guess it's not great. I'm gonna Recruiter. Let's grab... I don't think the answer is another Recruiter. So let's hear what's gonna happen this turn. They attack with the Death Shadow. I think I block with the Prince. I'm gonna grab Jailer. I think I can force some really crazy action here, depending on what they do. Because I can block with the Prince and then end step Baleful Strix. Oh, that was a really good draw for them. Well, they're not disrupting the Palace Jailer. So the issue is, if I Strix, they're just gonna immediately Ratchet Bomb. So I want to make sure I get this chump block off first. And now what I could do is I can actually Baleful Strix and try to draw a... Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try to draw a Swords of Plowshares. The chump block already this block already happened, so I'm not gonna take damage or whatever. Okay, I'm just gonna take it. So their hand is Fatal Push, Eliminate, and then there's one unknown. I want to find a land so that my Palace Jailer resolves. Oh, that was like best possible. Wow. So now it's a matter of, do I want to try to get Soul Herder in play, or I'm just going to hold the Strix? I think I'm just going to hold the Strix. So I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to leave my Vial on 2. Use Aether Vial ability, no. Draw for turn. I think I actually just Jailer the Delver. I can chump block the Death Shadow for days. Whereas I can only block the Delver with my flyers. So I like this a lot more. Get to draw an extra card. See what they try to do anything right here. I'm still kind of weak to days. Not really. JS Golem, I'm sure I botched your name super hard. Feel free to correct me. Thanks for the follow. Hope you're doing well today. Alright, they Ratchet Bomb, but now they don't have Revolt, so they can't kill this with Fatal Push. And I'm just gonna chump block this thing. I kind of want to force action here. I'm gonna see if I can force some action. I have Baleful Strix. I wonder if I just opened a Can of Worms. I don't think so. Yep. Alright, I'm just gonna chump block this thing. Alright, I'm gonna name this Eliminate. We're gonna go Combat. I'm gonna start dealing points of damage to them. Kinda have everything under control this game. They cannot kill the Soul Herder. Alright, this game is pretty over. I can't think of a way that we lose. Alright, it is good. Game is over. I will take it. I'll take another 4-1. 4-1. 4-1s are nice. Deck overperforming despite not playing optimally, which is nice. I mean, with a deck like this, I can tell that the skill ceiling is really, really high with the deck, and I'm not playing it optimally, and I'm still 4-1ing leagues, that says a lot about the deck.